to Just an Average Fantasy Football Podcast.
Well, welcome into Just an Average Fantasy Football Podcast. I like to make it so awkward that even Baker starts like.
I got to fill in the time there, fill in that little silence.
You can find us at AV. Oh, wait a minute. I'm your host, Daniel Hayes, with Matt Baker.
That's me.
And Larry, the bus driver, Cowan.
What up?
You can find us at avgffpod.com. You can find us on Apple, Spotify, Facebook, YouTube, just about anywhere else you can listen to a podcast. Go give us a like, follow, subscribe. Go check out our website. You can listen on the website as well. I do have a beer of the week. It's called Dale's Original American Pale Ale. It's Baker doesn't like it. I'm sensing
it is not good to me. It is not a,
and that is a traditional, hoppy kind of beer.
It's very.
Yeah, it's one of those. I won't say it's bad because it tastes like what you when you think of. Yeah, when you think of a IPA or something. That's what it. Yeah, but
it's nothing I'm going to order.
This is an APA, not an IPA.
Ass pale ale.
Like I got a 6-pack. I'm going to have to drink a lot more light beers before I down any more.
Yeah, you have to.
And the other problem with it is, if it's going to taste like this, it needs to be about 8%, and this is only 6.5%.
Yeah, that's the worst. I'm going to have to drink 4 of them to catch a little bit of a buzz. I don't want to do that.
Well, I'm not interested because I'm not going to be able to drink them that fast.
That's what I'm saying. Like I'm just going to be nursing this. I need like shots of whiskey in between it. Maybe it'd be a good chaser.
I'll say for me, the second sip wasn't as harsh as the first, which is I'm beginning to learn is usually the case with a lot of these harsher beers.
I take 3 or 4 sips.
It does smooth out a little bit for me after that, but it's still not.
I feel like a dog with peanut butter in my mouth. It's just not good to me.
How you doing?
Except, where do you think I got the peanut butter from? How are you doing?
Well, it's been a hell of a week. Injury, but the Grim Reaper showed up.
They did
this week for a lot of reasons. They showed up to the kickers getting their kicks blocked, which was absolutely crazy. Defenses scoring, Minnesota being the top scorer thus far on the week in most leagues is absolutely bonkers to me. But it is just one of those crazy weeks. So let's get into the news. All right. Well, let's hit them injuries first. James Comer. Everybody be calm. James Conner is going to be out for the season. It is a bad ankle injury. They haven't come out and said exactly what it is. They're still doing the X-rays and MRIs and whatnot, but they do know enough to know that he's not coming back this season. Najee Harris also out with an Achilles. That might. I mean,
it looked pretty bad,
and with his age, it's just so hard to come back from Achilles.
I mean, this might be the end of Najee.
I think we'll see Najee again, but it'll be kind of that backup, guy trying to fight to stay on roster,
like Cam Akers.
Yeah,
just kind of
sort of, like
he's kind of bounced around, and
the only one Dobbins is really the only one I've ever seen come back from an Achilles.
He's done it from all his Achilles, right? I think he's on record for tearing other people's Achilles and being out of the game.
For him, it was Achilles, not ACLs, right?
It was one Achilles and one ACL. I think he tore.
Double check that. I'm pretty sure he had at least one Achilles.
I think his first injury was an Achilles.
But yeah, so that's good. That's kind of harsh there. Mike Evans is going to likely miss time with a hammy. It's something he's dealt with in his career. This one seems pretty bad, so we could be looking at a few weeks without him. CeeDee Lamb likely out 3 to 6 weeks. They have not confirmed anything, but a high ankle sprain is generally you don't miss time or you miss 3 weeks or more.
Yeah, he's going to miss time. I saw him try to come back out on the field, and he couldn't even get through the play before he was hopping off. So.
Yeah, Jaden Daniels still day-to-day. Tyrone Tracy's going to miss times, but it's Scadaboo's got that job now. But Tyrone Tracy, although Tracy was looking okay in that game before he got hurt, but he's got a shoulder injury. Let's see. Jatavian Sanders with the Panthers. I bring him up just because he's kind of starting to make himself known at the tight end position, but he got hurt in that game, only played about half of it. He also has a high ankle, and reports are he's going to be missing some time as well. So, but on the other side, somebody you might want to be looking to pick up, and I should have brought him up in waivers, but I'll bring him up now. Demarcus Robinson is supposed to be coming off suspension. I think his is only a 3-week, as well as Addison is coming off suspension as well.
Addison should be back out.
Yeah, so those are two guys who may be on your waivers. You might want to go out there, especially Addison. Just take a peek. We'll kind of try to reiterate that when we do our waivers in a minute. But even DeMarcus Robinson, it's not a big name or anything, but that the 49ers are hurting for receiver. Right now, McCaffrey is the receiver. He leads their team in targets and yards, which isn't crazy because McCaffrey's awesome, but it is, you're generally not going to be successful for an entire season if your running back is your leading receiver as well. And no one else is really that close. So
Pearsall can't catch, apparently.
Which is crazy because he got drafted based off of one unbelievable catch against Florida State.
Absolutely.
Against Florida.
Yeah.
So,
or he was at Florida.
Florida against, that's right. Cause they were playing some like Appalachian State or somebody when he made that catch, but it was still a hell of a catch.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you just keep an eye on that. DeMarcus Robinson is not anybody that's going to light up your scoreboard, the fantasy scoreboard, but he is somebody. He's been known to get 15 to 20 points here and there, and it could be a really solid receiver if he's going to be getting steady work. So, let's see, hit that. Russell Wilson may be out. Jackson Dart might be in. They're going to be 0-3. They did not look nearly as good as they did last week against Cowboys. So, it could be the end of the Russell Wilson era, potentially in New York, which it should have started with Dart, but they're potentially be getting back an important piece on the offensive line in the next week or so. That might be the reason why they were holding out as well. So, any other news that I may have missed and didn't pick up on? You guys heard about?
So it's a hamstring tear, LCL tear, meniscus trim, ACL tear, Achilles tear, and an MCL sprain are all his injuries since he's been in the NFL.
Jesus.
And here's the highlight: it's all his right leg.
My God, son.
One of them, he had came back, but he was keeping the weight off of that leg and hurt the other side. Yeah.
Well, that was his knee sprain when he did the knee sprain. Right?
Yeah, but all the major injuries have been his right leg.
Have all been his.
God almighty.
That's a person. Yeah, right leg. Look at all the red dots up his leg.
Well, they had to teach him how to rerun.
I feel bad. I hope he makes a ton of money in the NFL because when he's about 45, he ain't gonna be able to walk. At least on his right leg. He's gonna be dealing with arthritis they don't even know exists yet. They're gonna create. It's gonna be called the Dobbins arthritis, and he'll be the only known case of it when he finally gets.
He's gonna need a leg transplant.
So, he's gonna be the only person that has a quote healthy leg that goes and beg for a prosthetic. Gets older, so
we can cut it off and put a fake one on there.
I'm telling you, man. It's crazy that he's gone through all that and
still out there
doing work, man.
Yeah,
performing over a lot of these running backs.
Yeah,
man.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right. So let's move out of that to a segment I call WTF. All right. So this is WTF, and it's either for a good way or bad. I got too bad, too good. So we'll start with the bad. And this is not me taking a shot, Bus, but we got to talk about it.
Oh, yeah.
The Atlanta Falcons this week.
Yeah.
What the fuck, bro?
I wish I fucking knew. I have not a damn clue what happened.
I was telling Bus, Matt, before you got here, if earlier I said if somebody would have came up to me before the Thursday game started and they just said, I'm not going to tell you who, but in the Carolina Panthers Falcons game, one team's going to lose 30-0, and they're going to look terrible, and they're like they can't do shit, and you have to bet the lives of everyone you love on which team it is that's going to do that. I would have put it all on Carolina.
Yeah,
I would have put everything on Carolina. So the Falcons about to come here and embarrass them.
And that's your team.
Yeah, 100%. That was been how much I was watching the game. Obviously, Bus is a Falcon fan. Terrell's a Falcon fan. And I didn't want to even rub it in because I'm sitting here like, what is happening?
It was a little bit embarrassing.
Yeah, did I fall into an alternate universe? Did I hit the multiverse and I go to the place where the Panthers are good and the Falcons are horrendous?
Listen, I'm one of those fans that if my team is just getting their ass whooped, I'm going to watch something else.
Yeah,
I can't put myself through that misery.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
So
I've been doing that for 2-3 seasons with the Panthers.
Yeah. Well, halfway through the game, I'm just watching Red Zone. Yeah. And I did not see them again.
No, that's what I'm saying. I was about to say that whenever the Panthers start playing like the Falcons do, I watch Red Zone so I don't have to worry about them ever showing up.
Exactly. Absolutely, man. I'm going to blame Zach Robinson here, the OC.
All right.
Because young players don't just lose their talent, right?
Yeah. No.
So there's got to be something schematic going on. And I know that drops and fumbles and things like that can sometimes be contagious amongst the offense. And, like one person does it and then for some reason another person does it.
Yeah, they start pressing and it's like a snowball.
And the Patriots, that's what they did this week.
There was some bad juju going around somewhere, man.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe the Panthers hired a witch doctor or something.
A juju?
He's still the Chiefs.
He is bad.
And he looked like good.
He had a good game. He looked like fresh lettuce.
You saw I dropped Westbrook Akine, but I still kept Juju. It looks like in the end you win. You win.
Yes, I finally proved it.
I'm waiting on that trade for you to come get what's his name from me, Van Jefferson.
Van Jefferson. Yeah, you still got him.
I went and picked him up just in case you wanted to get rid of Juju.
Listen,
you have to put something with Van to get Juju from me.
I'll get Westbrook Akine.
You pick up Westbrook Akine and we can talk.
I've got a lot of Falcons players. If anybody wants to trade, I actually don't because I that's my number one rule is don't be a homer. But I do have Penix here and there,
Yeah. I learned real quick in fantasy early on. If I play with my heart, I lose more than if I don't play with my heart.
Yeah.
But
so it doesn't hurt me as bad when there's something like this happens because I'm like, well, most of them are not on any of my teams. But holy shit!
From an unbiased point, Baker, with the Falcons, what the fuck?
It was pretty bad. I would prefer not to ever watch anything like that again. But there were like 3 games that were that bad this week. So I don't know.
That game wasn't. Carolina looked good.
No, I'm saying, but like overall, it was like just when you see games like that, you kind of you get this mentality before you watch the game of how it should kind of play out. Not like it shouldn't have been that like that, and it just, I don't know, you kind of gets upset. Even not even being a fan, going, God damn, would you just let them score something?
You're mad at the Carolina defense.
Exactly. I'm like, come on, Jesus.
You're like, well, I got Drake London. I need to get 10 points from Drake, okay?
Can Bijan get in the end zone one time this game, please? That's all I want. I can care less if the Falcons lose. Bijan needs to get me the TD. I need that. So.
Well, that may be something we need to look out for going into the future in this season is that there is red zone scoring issues with the Falcons.
Absolutely. That's really why it would have been great if the kicker could have hit anything because that was also part of it.
Yeah.
But I went and picked up Koo, and then he got cut. But then I picked up this kicker.
He'll get cut tomorrow
because I noticed early on that between the 20s before yesterday, between the 20s they were great, but inside the 20 they could not move the ball. They couldn't get in the red zone, so they were kicking a ton of field goals.
Mm-hmm. And that's why I blame Zach Robinson.
Yeah, that's definitely schematic. That's definitely a schematic issue. I'll give you that because if you think about the weapons that they have, Drake London should be absolute money in the red zone.
Absolutely.
Kyle Pitts should be money in the red zone. Bijan should be money in the red zone.
They could do the 2 running back set things they do when they got Algier out there and it opens everybody up. I mean, it's so insane to me why they can't.
Yeah, there is definitely a schematic issue. I have hope. I had hope for that since he was a McVay disciple, but it doesn't seem like he.
Absolutely.
It's one thing to have a good system. It's another thing to be able to be a good play caller.
Yeah, to perform it. Yeah,
and if you noticed, Penix is actually a mobile quarterback.
Yeah. He was. I mean, he can be, but in college he wasn't. But it seemed like the first game that they played? What against Tampa?
Yeah,
he ran the ball, and I thought that was
Oh,
he definitely can.
He has the athletic ability.
Yeah.
I feel like week 1 he was showing it.
It reminds me a lot of Jordan Love. Jordan Love.
No, he's just staying in the pocket and getting demolished.
Yeah, in the same sense of Jordan Love also has that ability to do it, but he doesn't either. He wants to stay in the pocket. And that was their game in college too. So it's like, look, guys, I'm not telling y'all have to become running quarterbacks, but you can use your legs still to escape pressure.
Don't get tackled.
CJ Stroud is another one. Rarely used it in college, but when he did, he got tons of yards.
Yeah.
It was a rare occurrence. And now, you see these guys that depended on that athletic ability.
Yeah.
And now when they're like, you got to stay in the pocket.
They're being forced to just be,
Yeah, and especially being a left-handed like Penix. He's just getting hit from the blind side.
Yep. All right, next one on WTF, and this is on the good side. The Indianapolis Colts offense. What the fuck? Daniel Jones. What the fuck? Like is this really all he needed was a competent play caller, a team that believed in him, a good system, a decent defense, some skill players that
a little bit of an O-line, a good running back, a couple good receivers. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, it looks collected. Everything all around.
I keep waiting for the shoe to drop. I keep waiting for him to go out there and throw 6 picks, fumble the ball 8 times, they lose by 40, and everybody goes, "Okay, it was all a hoax." And it's like
it's probably going to happen, but then it's going to come right back to blowing it out again.
I don't know, man. The way that they look out there, I'm not saying he won't have a bad game, but I don't think he'll have a meltdown. I think we can safely say that team is going to be in the mix this season. I'm not saying they're going to go to the playoffs. I'm not even saying they're going to, I just think that they're going to be in the mix, and every week you could probably play Daniel Jones. He can be a weekly starter for you in fantasy, I believe.
Oh, absolutely.
The way he's using his legs, and the way he's using his weapons and throwing the ball with accuracy. We obviously roasted him before the season every chance we got. We talked about how he's not a super back and all this shit, but it looks like we might have to throw him in the super back conversation.
We'll see after next week. I mean, I know he played Denver, which is a tough defense, and did pretty good, but they play the Rams this next week.
Yeah, that's definitely a tough defense too.
And he's only had 1 touchdown each of the last 3 games. I mean, he's
rushed for in each of the last 3 games?
2 and 1, 2 in week 1 and 1 against Denver.
Right.
So, the yardage is something you have to
and
look
they've only
at,
punted. They've only punted as a team like once or twice.
I think. This week,
game,
and that was against Tennessee. So this was his lowest stat week, where he went 18 for 228, 1 touchdown. He had 4 rushes for 27 yards. That's it.
So you're saying he's already burning out,
and he's
slowly coming back.
They still housed him, right?
I don't remember the score. What was the score?
I'm pretty sure they
41 to 20. Yeah, it was pretty good.
So he didn't have to do a lot.
You're not going to need to.
That's true. Yeah.
We'll see what he does when he gets into a shootout.
JT, see, that's the other side of the coin, is that as long as Jonathan Taylor is taking the pressure off of him, he doesn't have to be Superman. He can. Yeah. It's like he doesn't have to be the guy. I feel like in New York, after Barkley left that 1 year, I felt like a lot of pressure was on him to make things happen. He was pressing.
Yeah.
And then you didn't have competent play calling. You didn't have good skill players. And it was just like, okay, well, he's obviously trash. And now we see that he's got competent play calling, competent coaching, competent skill, like you said, O-line, defense.
He's got a lot around him that's all working in his favor.
He's playing complementary football.
I think this week will be really what solidifies it.
It's like so we're going to keep 1 foot out now.
If they can put 30 on the Rams, they're averaging over 30 points a game. If they can put 30 on the Rams this next week, I'll feel a lot more confident. You know what I mean? Then I'll be like, okay, you know what? Let's ride this out.
We're ready to push the chips in.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. I'll be ready. Because
go ahead.
Even against Denver, it was a close game. It was a back and forth, and Denver's defense kind of held them true a little bit. I mean, against Miami, it was a complete shutout. We saw that. It was Miami melted down. They were great.
Yeah, and Bo Nix actually didn't play great.
He didn't play
them.
amazing. So I mean, they're off. It could have gone either way if Nix. We just seen Nix really throw. It was 20.
Yeah, this beer's not getting better.
So. I was it's not. I'm trying to muscle through it so I can get back to my other Colt 45 over here.
I'm going to give these a Terrell. Terrell will love these.
But I mean, I just think we're going against the Rams this next week. What we've seen from the Rams this season, defensively and offensively as well. I think this is going to be the one that really sets me. I would have been on the fence against Denver, and it was such a super close game. Now it's like, let's see what happens this week.
Well, I don't think anybody's calling for him to be the next Josh Allen, But we do see that a lot where this underperforming quarterback changes teams and has a superstar season or two. And sometimes in the case of Geno or
Baker Mayfield.
Yeah, Baker Mayfield.
Somebody that everybody gave up on.
Sam Darnold, they become a competent starter after that once they get that change of scenery.
Yeah.
Get under a competent coach for a while. And I think Shane Steichen is a great coach.
Yeah. He was a great offensive coordinator with Philly, and he was a great play caller for them. Their offense was really good. And so it's like the question you had when he became the head coach was, could he manage a team? And then they went out and got Anthony Richardson. Jim Irsay was still alive, and he was a meddling type owner, so he had his fingers in the cake as well. And so RIP, but he passes, and now they have competent. They have a competent seems to be the word of the day, but they have a quarterback who can go out there and play this within the system.
Yeah,
I think Anthony Richardson wasn't playing within the system. He wasn't an accurate enough quarterback to play within the system. And he couldn't play on time, couldn't play on schedule, and Daniel Jones obviously can't do that. And I think we saw kind of similar in Minnesota this week with Carson Wentz coming in for J.J. McCarthy, and you don't have to be an all-star. You just have to be a quarterback who's been around long enough, who knows how to read defense, who can get the ball out on time, who understands routes and all those things, and can if the system is quarterback friendly and these guys can come out and they know, then they can make it work. They can be like a point guard out there, and they kind of distribute the ball. Now I don't want to say that's the case with Indiana Jones because he's using his legs. He's making plays. I wouldn't say he's just a game manager, but he's definitely a large part of what he's doing is being a game manager and letting Jonathan Taylor do his thing and letting those receivers do their thing. And plus they got a really good tight end in Tyler Warren, who's, really starting out pretty good for them as a top end tight end. So,
but he does know when to get out of the pocket and move because he is fast.
Right. Penix should he watch his tape.
That's what I'm saying. Can we get Shane Steichen out here?
All right. Last one on this. And this one, I just threw it on there just because I want to roast them. The Dallas Cowboys. What the fuck? And then before the season, we thought, or at least I thought they were going to be in contention for a playoff spot, a team that was going to go out there and be on the fringe, like a 10, maybe 11 win team. That was wrong.
It was terribly wrong.
Yeah, they're going to be vying for a top draft pick the way they're playing right now. They don't look good, and their defense is atrocious, especially their secondary. Their secondary is absolute toast.
Diggs used to be the guy that was either he allowed a touchdown or he intercepted the ball. Now it's just he's giving touchdowns away like candy.
He
fell
now,
down.
Yeah, it's just
who was that? They got that long touchdown and he fell down on it.
Oh yeah,
bomb.
Oh god,
Who was it they played?
He went to turn and run. Yeah, I don't know who got a lot of points this week. Who scored a shit ton of points?
But yeah, the Cowboys are just all around, and now CeeDee Lamb's gone.
Yeah, that
for a few weeks.
They played the Bears, so it was Adunze.
Yeah, Adunze. Yeah,
Adunze broke his ankles.
That was So Caleb Williams has looked mediocre at best for 2 weeks, and the Cowboys made him look like a freaking MVP candidate.
Oh, he's freaking. Yeah, he
made Russell Wilson
look like an MVP candidate.
Yeah, exactly.
And then in week 1 they played Philadelphia, right? No, the Chiefs played Philadelphia week 1.
Cowboys play no, it wasn't the Chiefs playing Philadelphia. No, that was week 2.
Okay, so the Cowboys played Philly week 1.
Yeah, and I mean
that was the opening game.
24-20.
Yeah,
it was actually
but Hurts didn't have to do anything that game.
Yeah, because Barkley was eating, so
made Barkley look at MVP candidate.
The Dallas is definitely play your receivers against Dallas. All day
play
long,
your quarterback right now. Ride that
shit. Just play everyone against them.
You should definitely
except
do that.
Dallas. Don't play any Dallas players right now, except maybe Pickens and Ferguson.
Yeah.
Play all the Ferguson you can get
I'll
right
play
now.
the hell out of Pickens.
And Ferguson got
like 99 targets this last game, didn't he?
I heard on another podcast they were like, there was a point where Ferguson was just like, please stop throwing the ball.
Please just quit throwing me the ball.
Like the look on his face when he get tackled and get up, he just please don't throw me. And then the next
14
pass,
targets.
It's like no, you're getting another one.
He did get a ton of
Look,
targets.
I wouldn't be scared to play Javonte. Javonte still had a decent game. Fantasy didn't look great.
Javonte,
but I mean,
he's somebody I'm actually
10 for 76
trying to acquire
and
on
5 receptions. He's doing. It's still a good game, like football wise. It kind of hurt for you fantasy. He didn't get that touchdown, but he still looks good. But I mean, it's so crazy that like they lose Micah Parsons and they have no defense now. Is that what it is? It's
apparently.
Apparently, he was the glue.
That's what I'm saying. He's got to be the one telling them what to do.
If you get pressure on quarterbacks, you rush them.
Yeah.
If you don't rush them, they're all NFL quarterbacks for a reason.
Yeah.
No matter how good or bad they are, they were the best in college, and the fact that they're starting means that if you give them 5 or 6 seconds to figure something out, and you're playing against NFL, they're gonna figure something out.
Well, think about this too. Like before the season started, where we thought Green Bay was going to be as compared to where we thought Dallas was going to be.
Yeah, absolutely.
And one move, just moving Parsons from Dallas to Green Bay, and all of a sudden we're like, fucking Green Bay is the truth. Yeah. Dallas is the false.
Garbage can. They kind of play an older system too, which is not working.
So Jerry Jones can understand it?
Yeah, probably.
Jerry Jones might be the problem.
That's the older system.
Might be.
But yeah, Michael Parsons is obviously the superstar, and everywhere he goes, he's going to make a defense great.
Yeah, he's making everything better.
I mean, it's hard to believe. I mean, yeah, he's been one of the best, but it's hard to believe that just one piece can change a team like that.
That big of a difference. Like it's enormous. Like it is all the way collectively. No, she didn't.
No, she didn't. All right. Well, let's move on to. Did you pull up your thing or no? I'll hit it.
That's what she said.
Or he.
What is this?
I don't know what you pulled up.
Did you see what that was?
Yeah, you somehow got to the browser, dude.
How did I do that? I didn't even touch it.
Give me something going. Is it connected? Go to top hit.
It should be connected.
Top performers.
Top performers.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Love it. All right.
It's one of my favorite ones.
We're going to hit it quick and dirty.
Make a song to that.
We're going to hit it quick and dirty. Caleb Williams, your QB1 currently on the week. This is before the Monday night game. Excuse me. He's sitting there almost 30 points, and Jalen Hurts right behind him, 0.1 right behind him, as is your number 2. Geno Smith, after absolutely being a dumpster fire last week, showed up this week with 5
to Trey Tucker.
I'm sorry, 3 touchdowns.
All to Trey Tucker.
Yeah, Trey Tucker.
All 3 to Trey Tucker.
We'll talk about Trey in a minute. They still catch the L, but Geno got back on the right side of fantasy for you. Josh Allen doing his thing as a QB4 on the week with 23 points. Marcus Mariota, he was a sneaky play for me in some leagues just because he's got that upside with his legs, and that's really what saved his fantasy week. It's a system
that kind of fits his style too.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, because he's playing behind Jaden Daniels, so it's really you don't have it's 1-for-1 swap there as far as the way they play. He did pass for a touchdown, he rushed for a touchdown, so that was good. Drake May doing some work, even though it didn't look great, to be honest with you, but fantasy wise, it was fine. Baker Mayfield doing what Baker keeps doing, just winning and getting you good fantasy points. Tyrod Taylor, surprisingly, didn't do a ton, but they did push Tampa. It looked like Tampa had that game in hand, and then out of nowhere, the Jets showed back up and pushed them a little bit. Had a couple passing touchdowns. Sam Darnold, I really was out on Sam before the season. I didn't think he was going to be good, but he's making me a liar. And then Indiana Jones, Daniel Jones as the QB10 currently on the week.
Look at that.
The quarterback scoring was kind of down, to be honest with you. Once you got past I would say once you got past the top 4, it was just down.
Well, shit, though. Look at this. 7 quarterbacks out of the top 11 were ones that teams had given up on.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
that's true.
Yep.
All right, running backs. Jonathan Taylor is an absolute man. He is a grown-ass man doing grown-ass man work out there. 102 yards, 3 rushing touchdowns, just eating the lunch. Jordan Mason was my smash of the week last week, and he made me look smart. At least one player did.
Bus's ballers too.
He was one of Bus's ballers. Was the RB2 with 23.6 points. And Marion Hampton finally showing up a little bit for the Chargers. The RB3 of 21.9 points, and with Najee out, you're gonna expect to see him get a lot more work, you think. Cam Scatterbo finally asserting himself as the number one running back there with the Giants. He is he does it all. He had 6 receptions. He also ran the ball 10 times. He had 61. He had 121 total yards and a touchdown, rush touchdown. James Cook, who might be the best running back currently in the NFL, at least the way running the ball, he's out there getting work done. As a QB or RB5, Christian McCaffrey RB6, just being Christian McCaffrey. It's based strictly off of volume. He don't need touchdowns to be good. Kyron Williams finally getting back into the swing of things. It was the RB7 on the week. Kenneth Walker, he's had 2 pretty good weeks out there. He didn't rush a ton this week, but he did get a couple touchdowns to save his week. Quinshon Judkins, watch out. I'm going to tell everybody right now, watch out. Quinshon Judkins is about to light the running back scene on fire. This dude is he's the package. He's got.
If he doesn't get kicked out of the game,
yeah, if he doesn't get in trouble, but if he can keep his head together, he's got the speed, he's got the ability. He's about to get the lion's share of the work, I believe, in Cleveland. J.K. Dobbins, we talked about him. This man, the bionic leg out there, he broke away for a long touchdown, had 83 rushing yards and a touchdown. Jeremy McNichols, I still don't know what to make of the Washington backfield, but Jeremy McNichols, he ran the ball, only ran it 4 times, but he had 78 yards.
He had 160 yards, 160 yard touchdown.
So it's still going to be a committee field, backfield, I believe. But if you played him this week, you're happy. Bijan, he had an okay week. He should have had a better week against Panthers. But it's hard to run the ball when you're getting clapped and shut down.
That's why he was the only highlight on the entire team.
Yeah, he only ran the ball 13 times. So, and then Tony Pollard, he's just been steady this season. Hasn't really been super explosive, but he's been that 10 to 13 point range about every week. Devon Achane had a decent week based mostly off the receiving game.
He always does.
Yeah, and Bucky Irvin round out the top 15 there. With 11.9 fantasy points. Wide receivers, you brought him up there when we talked about Geno. Trey Tucker, absolute beast, 8 receptions, 145 yards, and 3 touchdowns. He was somebody that we've been keeping our eye on just because the volume has been there. He just hasn't been connecting, and then this week they connected.
It's like last year too. Like he would get a game with 6 targets and have a big game, and then he wouldn't get 1 target, 2 targets. I think now with Geno,
this season he's had the targets.
Week 2 and 3, he's had
2 and
8
3,
and 9. Yeah. I feel like Geno's been the missing piece. They had O'Connell last year. They had
absolutely.
Minshew, and so I'm hoping that this is something that we see on a week to week basis now.
Like sure.
I like Trey Tucker. I have him so many places in Dynasty.
Yeah,
and stuff.
Dude's fast, man.
I've been sitting on him.
I hope that it's not matchup dependent.
Yeah,
but then again, who is the number 1 there?
Yeah,
Jacoby's
supposed
Brock
to be.
Bowers.
Brock Bowers is the one there. Yeah,
well, he was kind of missing from this game.
He's wearing that knee brace. Kind of
that injury. He's been slowed down a little bit. Yeah.
Cortland Sutton, the wide receiver 2 on the week. AJ Brown finally getting in the mix, and I benched him in 2 leagues.
Yeah,
one league,
everybody did.
One league I benched him for Keenan Allen, so it didn't kill me.
Yeah,
because Keenan still got 16 points.
Yeah.
And then one league I benched him for Tet McMillan.
Oh, that hurt.
Yeah, that hurt bad.
That hurt.
I think I'm going to catch an L on that. No, I'm. It's still up in the air, but I'm still projected to win.
Oh, okay.
But it wouldn't even be close if I had AJ Brown instead of Tet in the lineup.
Exactly.
So I learned my lesson on that. Garrett Wilson with the wide receiver 4 on the week. He had 10 targets. Tyrod Taylor was devoted to getting him the ball. Only 84 yards, so it wasn't anything downfield, but he did get the touchdown. Nico Collins showing up on the stat sheet, 8 receptions, 104 yards, and a touchdown. Luther Burden Jr., he didn't take many. He only needed 3, but he caught 3 for 101 and a touchdown. JSN, I mean, the guy's he's going to have a crazy season.
He's
right now.
He is balling right now with Darnold.
Yeah, I mean, this is his worst week as far as targets, but it was his best week as far as points.
Yeah,
and he only played half the game.
Yeah, that's true. He only played 49% of the snaps. Did he get hurt?
I don't think so.
No, not that I
think
saw.
they were just beating the shit out of him.
Yeah,
they were like,
they didn't need him.
Go take a break.
Yeah, because he won 44.
That's why Torrey Horton
Yes.
Yeah, we'll talk about him later too. But
and then Puka Nacua, who leads the NFL in targets, I'm pretty sure.
The volume.
Yeah, this dude, he's an animal. Puka is an absolute animal. He is the wide receiver 8 on the week. You just brought up his name. Torrey Horton had 3 receptions, 32 yards. He did get a touchdown. He's a promising rookie 5th-round pick, but he's somebody that a lot of, quote, experts said to keep your eye on, especially if you're in Dynasty. You should probably have him on a taxi squad or 2. Michael Pittman getting into the mix, 6 receptions, 73 yards and a touchdown. Devonta Smith getting involved, 8 receptions, 60 yards and a tud. Keenan Allen just being solid as could be. He's had 10 targets, 7 targets, and 11 targets in the first 3 weeks. He needs to be in your starting lineup. Ricky Pearsall, even though he still caught 8 balls. I don't know. You were talking about said can't catch
11 targets.
Yeah, 11. I mean, he only missed 3.
Well, I saw some bad plays out of him, but now looking at this, like his overall stat line in the end was actually pretty decent.
It's a nice game.
You might have saw something that got called back or something.
Oh, I saw one where it hit him and like it just bounced off his chest.
You sure you weren't watching? You sure you weren't watching the Chargers game?
You might have still been watching the Falcons game too. I don't know.
It might have been.
No, because the freaking Penix wasn't hitting anybody in the chest.
No, he did. He did.
Oh, he had a couple.
Defenders. Yeah, I saw.
Listen, he was missing at the first of the game, but when he got on target, no one could catch him.
Nobody can catch it up.
Tyquan Thornton had 5 receptions, 71 yards and a touchdown.
They were trying to get it to him.
Yeah.
There was 2 or 3 that
they were making a concerted effort to do it for sure. George Pickens rounds out the top 15. I'll bring up Odunze too. Pickens had 5 receptions, 60 yards and a touchdown, and then Odunze's been solid. He didn't have a ton of volume. I mean, he had 7 targets.
Yeah.
But as far as catches, he didn't have a ton, but he's been pretty solid this season. So he's, it could be that DJ Moore's getting pushed out as the number 1 receiver
DJ
there.
Moore only had 4 targets. He had 3 catches for 7 yards and a touchdown. I have him 3 places, and I'm so mad about it. So,
The current tight end 1 on the week is Hunter Henry, 8 targets.
Tell me about
You knew it was going to happen. You knew one of these games was going to happen.
I told you as soon as I traded to get freaking that league that I finally talked the guy into trading me, and I got TJ Hawkinson because I've been riding with Hunter Henry, and I'm like, I need to step up. I need TJ Hawkinson. So I traded to get TJ Hawkinson.
Well, at least TJ Hawkinson. I mean, he got less than half of what Henry got, but it wasn't a bad week.
And I still won the match, so I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
But I got Hunter Henry with 25 points on my bench right now.
A lot of people probably do. 8 receptions, 90 yards, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Dalton Kincaid, 5 receptions, 66 yards and a tud. Jake Ferguson, 13 receptions, 82 yards. He don't need touchdowns when you're getting that many.
No.
He did catch 13 of the 14, though. T.J. Hawkinson, we just talked about, had 5 receptions, 49 yards. Trey McBride had 5 for 43 and a tud.
And that touchdown.
Yeah, finally got him in the end zone for receiving touchdown. It seems to kind of be an enigma with him. Dallas Goedert had a decent week. 1 reception, 33 yards and a tud. So that's as far as we're going. I will mention Benton Strange just because he had 6 receptions, 61 yards. So it's good to see that volume. And then defenses. The Minnesota Vikings had 37 points.
That's ridiculous.
That's all the defense we're going to talk about.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
We should say, what was it? Isaiah Rodgers had
all those
37
points. Yeah, 32 of the 37 points they scored.
So there it is. There's top performers. Hit something for fuck that guy.
Surprise, mother.
All right, I'm going to kick off FTG with a trifecta of quarterbacks. And we ain't worried about points. We just know they all sucked. If you had them, you know it.
Yep.
CJ Stroud, buns. Jordan Love, ass. Trevor Lawrence, ass meat.
Yes, regurgitated ass meat.
Yeah, they were all bad. Thank God there were backups to play to get your points this week. I would highly recommend if any of those backups start again next week, you bench maybe all of them but Jordan Love.
I think Love will be a good play next week. But fuck that guy this week, though.
So to CJ Stroud, Jordan Love, and Trevor Lawrence, we want to say, fuck those guys.
I guess I'll go with a trifecta, too. How about Chase Brown, Jamar Chase, and Jake Browning, and T. Higgins, and whoever the fuck else is there. Yoshi Boss, you can catch it, too. All you motherfuckers.
Noah Fant.
He got injured. He got injured. He's okay. You're off this list now,
he can catch it, too.
Okay, you're getting it. If you wear the Cincinnati
Burrow,
Bengals.
fuck you too.
If you're on their defense, if you're on their offense, I don't care. This is straight to you, but nicely in a fantasy football way. I don't mean it literally because I don't want to fight you all. Even though I could probably win, I've seen your defense. There's no way I would lose.
I know I can take that O line.
I can hold.
I know I can take that O line.
I can hold my own. Is all I can say.
Yeah.
But to the Cincinnati Bengals,
that O line is soft.
Look, I even said stream Jake Browning this week, and that was the worst decision I've ever made in my life.
That's not the dumbest thing I've ever said. The dumbest thing I ever said was don't play Cam Scatterboo this week.
But we'll hear about that in a minute too.
Yeah.
So I just from us here at Just an Average Fantasy Podcast to
it's all y'all,
all the Cincinnati Bengals,
all the Bengals,
all of you. Fuck those guys.
Man, I'm gonna save a big fuck you for the main event here.
All right,
but,
yeah.
Other than that, I had T. Higgins on the list, but you already covered that. Marvin Harrison ended up with 5.9 points. So I want to say that he's gonna have a breakout at some point.
Dude is soft as Charmin. He's soft. He is soft.
Yeah.
He's butter soft. Dude does not have any toughness to him.
Is it making me wonder, like, outside of Christian McCaffrey, should we just stop anointing these Nepo babies?
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know, man. I don't know. It's like
I think a lot of his hype was his name.
Speaking of McCaffrey, Luke McCaffrey has more fantasy points this season, at least this week.
Especially if you count tackles.
Luke McCaffrey had over 17 fantasy points this week.
Did he?
And a full PPR.
I know
he got a long touchdown.
I know he had a super badass tackle too on like a return or something like that. He was out there.
And also, if you've watched Arch Manning play at all this season, absolute ass, man.
He likes to tell. He knows he's a pretty boy.
Mm-hmm. So maybe we should stop picking these guys for MVPs or Heismans long before they hit the field.
Because we've anointed Marvin Harrison as the next great receiver,
the greatest of next, and
and he is not.
He had one game last season where we're like, holy shit, I need to play him every week, and then it's like, fuck, why am I playing this guy every week? Mm-hmm. And I'm still trying to ride it. Because
you have to.
I need where I drafted him.
Yeah,
he's got to be my guy.
Yeah. So to Marvin Harrison Jr.
Fuck
that guy. All right, I got some wide receivers for you. If you want, actually, I'm going to hit Alvin Kamara. Listen, Alvin, I get it. It sucks, man. Be on the Saints.
Oh, he called me earlier. He said, we need to put Spencer Rattler on this list.
Did you tell him Spencer Rattler don't rate me?
I was like, Desmond Ridder is who you really need as a quarterback so you can increase your game.
Yeah, it was. I felt like it was going to be a bad game for the Saints as a whole from having to travel across country, play in maybe the hardest stadium there is to play in. And it usually doesn't work good for an East Coast team going to the West Coast like that. Because for them, it's like, they're playing like, when they start over there, it's what, like I'm trying to do the math. 1 o'clock.
You're 3 hours behind us. So
yeah, so 10 o'clock in the morning is when they start their game. So everything's just So anyway, you're the offense, Alvin. It's supposed to be you. You're the one that we all put our faith in. You know what? I'm going to throw your teammate in there. Even I didn't put him on the list. Juwan Johnson, put him on the list with you. He didn't have a horrendous game, but it wasn't what we wanted. So I'll just say to the both of you, because y'all are the only hope coming out of New Orleans for anybody's fantasy team. And if you're not going to perform, then we just got to throw all the Saints in the trash.
We put them in there with the Bengals.
Yeah. So to the New Orleans Saints and Alvin Kamara and Juwan Johnson, fuck those guys.
All right, so I'm going to finish my list with two names that I feel. One that should be at the top of everybody's. You're going to play him. This hurt. Yeah. I'm sure.
The number 1 overall fantasy pick this year?
There's a lot.
Oh, no, that was on the Bengals.
Yeah. The number 2 overall fantasy pick this year, Saquon Barkley, put up 7.5 points.
Yeah.
And you've been averaging 18, 17 points
but man,
a week.
There was one play that he had that we got called back, but he put a spin move on the defense.
It was like a double spin, though, wasn't it? Like, and he come around that outside?
He put him in the washing machine, but I can't put Saquon on the list.
I have to.
I'm gonna say it quietly.
No, I'm definitely going to keep my mouth shut when I say it. I'm going to say it through my nose.
I don't want my
something.
name on this.
But I mean, it's just Saquon Barkley.
Yeah. Fuck that guy.
Yeah. I'm not with you guys. Actually.
I want to let you hold. You have anything besides your main event?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, go ahead.
I
and hit
got
that.
two names. I got one wide receiver and one running back right now. I usually wouldn't put a guy that hasn't broke out yet on a list like this, but everybody went crazy over this running back. He was a rookie, and his name is Ashton Genty.
Yeah, Genty needs to be on there based off of where he was drafted.
Yes.
Exactly. People were
And
drafting
also
him in the
what he's
first
doing.
round.
Also, what he's doing.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm just saying. Generally, it's like you got to earn your way on the list. But sometimes if you're drafting in the first round, that's earning your way on the list.
Yeah.
He looked a little bit better this week.
He did look a little more.
But
better,
again, it's one of those that we anointed right out of college,
Yes.
and it definitely doesn't look like he's that dude.
Yeah, so maybe we should take it easy on these small school guys. But Ashton Genty and also Calvin Ridley.
Yeah.
Calvin Ridley is going to have problems because he is not that dominant physical outside receiver. He's not really a number one. He is great as a WR2, but he's making Alec Iomanner look like he's going to be.
Iomanner is
well, if Iomanner becomes the one, then Ridley will step up.
Then
that's what we're waiting on. Is that
when the dominant cornerbacks get on Iomanner,
exactly,
then Ridley will be a star again.
Blow it up,
yeah. And Iomanner was nothing special coming out of college. I mean, I think he played 2 seasons at Stanford.
Yeah, but his production was fairly solid, and he definitely had the athletic profile.
Oh, where did he go in the 4th round?
That I couldn't tell you.
Yeah, it was something like that. But yeah, either way, Calvin Ridley not being able to handle his job against these cornerbacks is making Iomanner look much better than I think he is. But to Calvin Ridley,
fuck that guy. And Ashton Genty.
Fuck that guy.
All right, I'm going to hit what I got left on the list, and then I'll let you finish this up, Bus. All right, well, I'm just going to say them because they all were ass. Lad McConkey. Fuck that guy. Travis Hunter and Brian Thomas Jr. Fuck those guys. All right, Tucker Kraft, Travis Kelce, and Harold Fanning Jr.
Who?
Fuck those guys. Fanning's only on the list because of all the hype around picking him up, and he's going to be this and that.
Well, holding on to that same team, we need to throw Jared Judy out there and get a little stank on him too.
Jared Judy.
2.2. Fuck that guy. Yeah, exactly. I just don't want to leave him off the list.
Yeah,
because
make sure everybody
guy.
catches him.
it's hard saying that to a first-year tight end, though, right?
It is.
Yeah,
I probably should put him on there, but I took it personal because I had him.
Well, and it's also he's taken so much away from Njoku's. Like,
that's the other
just
part.
being on the field.
I have Njoku on some places, and I have him, so that's kind of like he's way too much on my radar. All right, so finish this off.
Yeah, this is the main event right here. I want to say FTG to an entire team.
Yeah, time to rise up.
I'm not talking about just offense. I'm talking about defense. I'm talking about special teams. There were muff pumps. There
Did it
were
again.
Exactly. I hope you got the gunshot too.
I might. I don't know. I got all kinds of.
He honestly doesn't know what he has.
I don't know.
A lot of
I
times
just
until
push
he
a
hits
bunch
the
of
button.
shit, man. I don't know what it is until I push it, but yeah, the entire
But
team.
yeah, the entire team. The muffed punts, the dropped passes, the Michael not so big Penix. I mean, this guy's just standing still in the pocket. Even though, did we talk about that on air? He is a mobile quarterback.
Yeah, we talked.
Okay.
Yeah, like he can be, but it's not really his game.
Yeah, exactly.
They're not
But-
letting it be his game.
Yeah. Yeah, so I
it's gotta be-
think the biggest fuck you goes to Zach Robinson,
Okay.
the offensive
Okay.
coordinator. And Raheem Morris gets a little bit of it too because he's also going to be looking for a new job
Yeah.
if this continues. But to the entire Falcons team,
And what organization?
except for Bijan.
Yeah,
Except-
Except Bijan.
Except for Bijan's and the practice squad.
Yeah.
And like the kicker's definitely on the list.
What
Yeah,
the practice?
absolutely.
Parker Romo, he's near
The
the
practice
top.
squad didn't play this week.
Oh, yeah.
It looked like it.
Next year,
They might have given it a try.
I'm just curious if that's who we're playing the Panthers. Let's play the practice squad and see what happens.
I mean, that might have been better.
I think they all went out and got hammered. They just played hungover.
That's
I
probably
think
what it was.
something had to happen. I've never watched a game and just said, "What the fuck is happening?"
I said that, and I was happy. I was like, "Look, I'll take it," but what the fuck is happening?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. All right, well, let's hit it then. One good, I'm going to give it to the Falcons just because I give it to them if they're good, So
Yeah.
fuck those guys.
Except for Bijan.
Except for Bijan. All right, there's fuck those guys or fuck that guy or FTG if you want to be whatever. All right, let's hit on to toast or roast.
Yes.
The fuck was that?
All right, I'll hit mine real quick. I'll start with the good. I said don't play golf at the Ravens. They haven't played yet. So I'm going to say
Oh, yeah, that's a win. He's got 0 points right now.
That's what I'm
Tell
talking
you,
about.
0 points.
No, I lost on two of mine. I said don't play Olave at Seattle. He had 10 points. So I get a
Yeah, that was a half-point PPR, too. He had like 10 catches, I think.
he had a good game. I mean, basically, he was definitely not a don't level.
Yeah, it wasn't a good game, but it wasn't a bad game.
But who did have a good game? And look, I'm not unhappy because I like Scatterboo, but I'm unhappy because I said he wasn't going to have a good game and then he balled out.
It's Camuel Scatterboo. Camuel Scatterboo.
And so I'll take my L's on that. So how'd you do on your bottoms?
Not terrible. I said go ahead and grab Miles Sanders. He got you 6.8 points.
That's all you get for 6.
Go ahead and grab Sterling Shepard. He got you. I didn't even write his points down. 10 points. He got you 10 points. He got 4 on 6, and he got targeted a lot. There was a couple penalties and stuff. You knew he was going to be a part of that game.
Yeah.
But then I said go grab Tyler Higbee. That was the worst thing you could ever listen to.
No,
That guy did nothing.
Not playing Scam Cataboo.
Scam Cataboo.
Wow.
Well, look, I'll tell you this. Tyler Higbee got you the same amount of points as Jared Goff got you right now. So, yeah, it's a pretty bad call. So, that's the worst call you can have when you call somebody. It's 0 points. So, yeah. So, I get my wows on that one.
Well, how'd you do on your ballers?
I think it went all right. I didn't write down the points for these guys. But
I got
just
you.
Going
Call them
on.
out. I'll tell you what they scored.
Drake May.
19.2.
19.22.
I'd say that's a win, right?
That's a hell of a win, yeah.
Well, matter of fact, we can just throw that into my smash of the week.
That's
Because I
definitely
had
smash.
Drake May as the smash of the week.
Yeah. Javonte Williams, not so good.
9.7. That's not terrible. It's not a smash, but it's not. His productive was good, but he just didn't get touchdowns.
Yeah.
You get both.
Jordan Mason.
Oh yeah,
You get the full
that's-
cut.
Thank you.
You get
Get
the
it
full
all.
cut. Yeah, I throw some of that cheer this way because I had him as my smash before knowing he was your baller.
Yep. That's 2 smashes y'all shared.
Yeah.
CeeDee
Well, hey,
Lamb.
we're Eskimo brothers.
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all are Eskimo brothers.
Just keep that white stuff
Yeah,
off me.
CeeDee Lamb, he got injured super early. That doesn't really
Yeah, he
count.
didn't count.
That's
Can't
hard.
count. I will accredit everything that George Pickens got to CeeDee Lamb because
Yeah,
that's
no.
where it was going.
And
Right?
that's where it happened. And Turpin ended up a little extra too. So
And also Nico Collins.
Yeah.
18.4 points.
There you go. Thank you.
All right. Well, we talked about 2 of my smashes. So I'll go ahead and hit my last 2. So I had Juwan Johnson. That's because he only put up 8.10. It was definitely not a smash. And then this is the worst call of the week. This might be worse than this might be worse than the Scatterboo call. The Scatterboo call is worse than yours. I promise you. But this one's on par. I said Hunter Renfrow was my smash against Atlanta.
Oh yeah, that was pretty bad.
He put up 1.6 points. So. Give me the gun.
None of mine. Oh no,
That works. Yeah, that's what I also need.
for this one.
Don't you got a damn Daniel or something?
I
on
do
there,
got
too?
one that's damn Daniel. That's this one.
Damn, Daniel.
Yeah, that's it.
Look, my smashes were not great.
All right.
Mediocre at best. Zach Ertz against Vegas got 5.3 points, not a smash. Alvin Kamara, Seahawks, 6.1, not a smash. Devontae Adams versus the Eagles, 13.1, not a smash, but not great.
That's a smash.
It's still good.
Based off of our other shit, that's a smash.
Oh, yeah, okay. If I get to base it on, I got that, okay. And then I said Bo Nix against the Chargers, he got 13.4. That's not great, but it's still.
Yeah, we've had better weeks.
I was hoping he was going to do it this week, and it just didn't. It didn't kill you, but it wasn't a smash at all. So,
all right. Well, there's toast or roast. So we're going to run into the waivers and streamers. All right.
These nuts.
That's the best one.
So I'm going to go ahead and kick off the waivers ones. We don't really need to talk about why. Quinshon Judkins, Trey Benson, Cam Scatterboo, and Amarian Hampton. Those are your top pickups. If they're available in any of your leagues, they are a fab dump. They are number one priority burn. Whatever you got to do to get them on your team, absolutely go after them.
Yes.
I would put them in the order that I just said them: Judkins, Benson, Scatterboo, Hampton. Is that a? Or would y'all maybe swap Scatterboo with Benson?
Yeah,
that would be
there might be a little swappy there. Just matchup wise, I think.
Yeah,
I was going to go after Trey Benson, and I was just looking at the waiver wire. You two fools picked them up everywhere, right?
I do. I have Trey Benson everywhere already.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I also have James Conner in a lot of places, so therefore I have Benson in a lot of places.
And I know that he has James Conner in a lot of places, therefore I grab Benson in a lot of places. Plus, I'm a Benson fan. I like him. I didn't think he got enough play last year, and I hate that it comes on the back of an injury. I hate that, but I think it's going to be a good spot.
Yeah, I think Benson's about to take that job, and moving forward, he's going to be the Benson.
We'll see what he can do with it, but I've always believed in it.
Yeah, he was like last year. I think in his limited touches, he averaged like 6.5 yards a carry, then being out there for pass catching and stuff too. So we'll see. I'm excited to see where it comes.
Mm-hmm.
So, Bus, who do you got for your top running back pickups on the week?
Well, obviously, I had Trey Benson on there, but the only other name that stands out is I mentioned him last week, but he's going to be coming off of the IR soon, or is he even on IR, or is he just out? But Tajay Spears.
Oh, yeah, he was on IR.
Yeah. Well, I thought he was active this week. He wasn't active this week?
No, he wasn't active.
Oh, okay.
I'm pretty certain he was on IR.
But he's going to be in the game soon, and he's only 39% owned, so you might want to look for him if you're needing running back help.
Yeah. All right, Baker, what you got for running back?
The only name I'm looking at, it's only because so far this year they've been using two running backs, and then with the loss of Aaron Jones, they did go out and grab Cam Akers, who knows the offense, and he got a little bit of playing time this last week. He didn't get a lot, but if for any reason Jordan Mason gets winded, something happens, you want a part of this offense, and I think Cam Akers might fit into it.
All right.
Just saying. Looking at him just in case.
I got three more running backs for you. Ollie Gordon got a ton of work behind Achane, and it looks like he's going to be the thunder to Achane's lightning moving forward. He is a bigger back. He could be getting some goal line touches, and I feel like he's somebody you could throw in a flex and feel pretty okay about moving forward. I mean, you're taking a chance because that Miami team is kind of defunct right now, but still, I think he's going to be getting some use moving forward. And then these two, I don't think you can play them yet, but there's definitely stores and they're definitely cuffs. Even if you're not handcuffing your running back, it's kind of like what we just talked about. He picks up Benson in leagues that he knows that I got Connor because he knows either A, he's going to have another starting running back if Connor goes down, or he can trade me and make me look dumb. But Blake Corum,
make you look too dumb.
Blake Corum and Woody Marks. Woody Marks might start getting more touches. The only thing you'd have to worry about down the road is whether Mixon comes back. But Blake Corum, his utilization has gone up the last 2 weeks. And so
I like Corum too. Like Corum's another one he's kind of that grunt guy, and I think if they start using him more, it could be bad. Like it could be a downhill thing.
McVay said that was the plan at the beginning of the season.
But it hasn't shown a lot of it yet. But I think if we do, I think
it's slowly ramping into.
I think if we do see that, it's definitely going to be something.
And if
Kyron
Williams goes down, then that's the man.
Oh yeah, no doubt,
absolutely.
No doubt at all.
And the thing is the way the Rams are playing, they're going to be most likely a playoff team, so they're going to be in games in the mix down the stretch. And so, I think Kyron Williams is going to they're going to want to try to keep him as fresh as possible for the long haul into the playoffs.
Which means Corum's going to see more time anyway.
Yeah. And then, all right, what you got for wide receiver, Bus?
Man, I'm going to go with something that a lot of people are probably turning off of right now. That this is the point where you want to pick this guy up. And he may get dropped in deeper leagues where he already is on rosters. He'll get dropped after this week, so look for him on the waiver wire after your waivers run. I'm going back to Torrey Franklin.
Yeah, okay. I think so too. I think Torrey Franklin is somebody you need to keep your eye on. 1 week does not make a season one way or the other, but he was still targeted this week. There wasn't a lot going on with that.
So. And he's playing Cincinnati next week.
Right. And that's always a good
definitely
way to get
grab that. Yeah.
And since you brought it up, we haven't mentioned it much this season, but that is something that you always want to do on waiver day. Is as soon as waivers run, don't just look at who got who. Mm-hmm. Go look at who dropped who. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Because, like I got Quinshon Judkins in a couple leagues because last week people dropped Quinshon Judkins. Or maybe it was a week before. But as soon as people were dropping him, I went in and put in a claim immediately for him.
Grabbing him up.
And so, you still got to wait that period, 24-hour period. But it's always good to see who gets dropped as well as running regular waivers.
And it's always good to go after those rookies that people drop because they haven't broke out yet.
Yes, absolutely. If there's rookies, we'll talk about another couple here in a second, but if there's rookies, for the most part, unless they're superstars, it just takes time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And like Genty, right now, I think Genty's a trade for candidate.
Yeah,
just because of that. I'm not going to pay a ton for him, but if I can get him and get him a team, there's potential that he starts figuring things out and becomes a second. Because like Jonathan Taylor did not look great the first 5 games of his career, and then he finishes RB1
that same year. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. All right, give me some what you got for wide receiver, Baker?
You want all of them, or you just want a little taste? They're all T's, a bunch of T's.
Yeah, give me any waiver claims you got for wide receiver. Go ahead.
Devontae Turpin. In place with CeeDee Lamb going out, and then George Pickens not going to be able to do it all, and he got targeted a little more last year. He definitely played a higher snap percentage. Trey Tucker, of course, we talked about him earlier. Yep. I think dude's going to be a must start from now on.
He's only owned a 3.6% league.
Triquan Thornton.
Yep,
they're looking at this guy deep, and it proved it to me this week. He wants to do. I mean, it was some of those throws were amazing. He made it happen. One of them should have been, but it didn't happen. And then Torrey Horton with the Seattle.
Yeah.
Just because he's had a touchdown in the last 2 games, I believe, and he's becoming more.
And Cooper Kupp's not like lighting the scoreboard up, so they really don't have a number 2 solidified.
Who's going to be the guy exactly? Yeah. So
because AJ Barner's been like their number 2 receiver last week, I'm pretty sure.
So yeah, overall, I'm looking at a bunch of T's: Devontae Turpin, Trey Tucker, Triquan Thornton, and Torrey Horton.
All right. Well, you grabbed 2 off of my list, so I'll hit the last 3 I got on mine. Aya Manor is only owned in 25% of leagues. He's somebody I feel like you can throw in a flex and feel good about.
Yeah, sit and forget.
Luther Burden is somebody I don't know if I want to play him yet, but he again, he's a rookie. He's a speculative ad. And so he's somebody I'll throw at the bottom of my roster, see if his usage is going to keep increasing. But he is explosive, has a ton of talent. And then Coker with the Panthers. He should be coming back this week. There is not any other receiving option of consistency on the Panthers right now besides Tet.
Well, with Sanders going out too.
Sanders is going out.
Sanders, that's
Renfro has not stepped up the way that I thought he would, and so I think Jalen Coker coming back is going to immediately come into volume. And he already has that bond with Bryce, and so you saw what he did last season. So Leggett was out this week, and Leggett has not looked great. And so Coker could essentially come in and take Legett's job, and they won't even blink.
Yeah,
so sad. So sad, man. I wanted Xavier Leggett to
Well, he needs to continue in the league so we can keep watching the videos, man.
Absolutely.
I want to know how to cook raccoon.
If not, he'll be great in the UFL.
All right, so we'll go off of that. With our streamers of the week, and I'll go ahead and kick it off. My quarterback streamer this week is Sam Darnold at Arizona. Sam has been a solid QB this season. Arizona has not been a team that's going to shut down QBs. Their defense has been fairly solid, but it's not so solid that you can't go out there and get a decent showing out of Sam Darnold. Plus, that Seattle offense has looked fairly balanced. It's looked pretty good. They got a decent run game. They've taken the pressure off Darnold, and with the emergence of maybe Horton coming out, and of course JSN being as badass as he is, that offense could be on the uptick based off what they did last week against New Orleans. they could just be feeling pretty good about themselves. Plus, they got a pretty solid defense. So, Sam Darnold against Arizona. Baker, who you got, QB?
So my streamer is probably based single quarterback, 12-man league. I'm sure a lot of people.
That's always.
They're probably not playing him. I don't know that he's going to be available on waivers though. Jordan Love.
He's definitely not going to be mostly.
He's had some bad weeks. I don't think he's finished above QB 15 this season, but this next week should be a really good week for him. I tried to look at percentages. I think he's only like 48%
of sleepers. Yeah,
48% of redraft.
He's
leagues.
83% start. 83% roster.
Okay, sorry.
43%.
48 start. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so he's definitely not going to be.
So then if he's not, then I guess the next would be Geno Smith, 24% owned. Geno showed us last week he can, even in a bad game when they're going to lose, he can still go out there and throw the ball a whole bunch and score big points. Playing Chicago, it should be a back and forth.
Yeah, outside of Dallas, they haven't really shut anybody down.
Yeah. So at the worst case scenario, I feel like he's going to go out there and get you fantasy points. It may not be pretty. It may be one of those you don't want to watch, but I think he's still going to finish out with pretty good fantasy points.
All right. Buzz, who you got at QB?
I got Carson Wentz. He's only 2.1% owned right now, and I know a lot of people are going to be after him after a week like that if they're hurting a quarterback anyway. But he's going against the Pittsburgh Steelers this week, so it's a team.
We talked about that.
It's a team that could push the Vikings for points. So he's going to have to do more.
And their defense is not good.
Yeah, their defense is horrible. He's going to have to do more than he did last week. It was a decent showing last week.
14 for 20 and 2 touchdowns, so it's not terrible, but
that offense is potent. So if he has to get into a shootout, he's got the weapons to do that.
Yeah, I think so.
And this last week he didn't have to. The defense went out there and scored all the points.
So this would be the week that if you are able to get him, then go ahead and jump on him, and you could drop him after this week.
Love it. All right. My tight end streamer of the week is off the wall. He's definitely going to be available in your leagues. But last week after Sanders went out, he was immediately targeted, and that's Tommy Tremble with the Panthers.
Okay.
They are playing New England. New England isn't especially tough against tight ends. Even with Sanders the last 2 weeks, he's had 3 targets and 2 targets. He's caught every target he's had this season. But his play time jumped up a little bit after Sanders went out. So he's going to be the main pass catching option. He is extremely athletic. He just has not been able to come through because his blocking isn't necessarily what you want for a tight end. But they have a couple good blocking tight ends, so you may see Trimble get a little bit. They've used him in the backfield type stuff. He's pretty fast. He's a move tight end for sure. So if you're desperate for tight end, or even in DFS, you're just looking for some kind of desperation shot, Tommy Trimble could be a pretty solid play for you.
It's crazy. I got a pretty desperate pick as well. Mason Taylor for the Jets.
Really?
Yeah. So last week with Tyrod Taylor in, he got 7 targets. He caught 5 of them. He caught 4 of them.
Yeah.
He had a decent showing for a rookie, but with Tyrod Taylor, of course. Now
that's another Nepo baby.
Yeah. If Justin Fields comes back, and this may kind of change, but I think that he showed that he can be out there. He played a higher percentage with Taylor, and if Fields comes back, I think it's going to kind of play into it. They need those options. They need it to open up for him. So
absolutely,
I think if he showed a little bit last week, they're like, oh well, shit. Well, let's try to use
because there's still been no number 2 receiver to emerge. I mean, Lazard was getting utilized probably the most last week as the other wide receiver, but there's really been nobody besides Garrett Wilson.
Yeah, and not to mention, I think so far this season, they're playing against Miami next week.
Yeah,
and Miami's
defense
is worst. Or third best,
horrific.
Or whatever you want against tight ends. So I mean,
they're the worst against everything.
Yeah. So I'm just trying to get a piece of it, and you could definitely pick him off waivers. He's owned in like no % of leagues. He's not even owned hardly at all. So
all right, who you got for tight end, Bus?
I got Chigo Okonkwo.
Love it.
His usage is about 6 targets a game, which is decent for a streaming tight end for sure. This week they are playing Houston, which is not the greatest matchup, but I feel like the better Cam Ward gets, the more he's going to get targeted.
Right.
Yeah.
And, he's performing decently. He's a 3rd-year tight end, and this is the breakout season. So I would say that's a good pickup this week.
I'm riding with Chig all day, too. I got him multiple places.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. And it's
22% on him, so yeah, he's out there.
That's crazy.
Who did you say they were playing?
Playing Houston.
The Texans are
12
against.
12th against tight ends.
They're actually fantasy points. They're a little bit better, but not much, according to the site I'm at. But I don't know what scoring it is either.
But they've only they played the Rams, which they don't have a tight end.
Right.
They played Tampa, which we know they don't even look at Cotton anymore.
Cade Otton.
Cade Otton. Cotton.
It might as well be Cotton. Yeah, they don't even look his way anymore.
And then last week was Brenton Strange with Jacksonville. Brenton Strange had a pretty decent game. So, I mean,
you
take
a pretty decent tight end.
A tight end that utilizes something that maybe.
You got to look at who they had before.
I similarly thought, I've been saying Chig every podcast we do. I'm like, Chigakonkwo. Chig, I'm putting him on Baker's bottoms. Yeah. I'm putting him on smashes. Eventually, it's going to work out.
All the metrics are there except the actual production.
It just hasn't happened. And I think we're waiting on Cam Ward to figure it all out. He's getting it. He looked a lot better this week than he has. So definitely, I'm on board.
All right.
But then I'm also
Jared Goff just threw a 25-yard to James Winston. So it's not looking good for my don't against Goff.
There's Goff lighting it up.
Anyway, it wasn't a touchdown yet, so
not yet.
Anyway, let's see. My defense streamer of the week is the Jets at Miami. We know that Tua is going to turn the ball over because that's what his name is. Tua, turn the ball over.
Yep, that's the name. That's his name.
And so. Jets are a pretty solid defense, and Miami is a pretty shitty offense. So
that's true.
That's my philosophy.
Well, I went with the Texans against Tennessee, and I know I just said Cam Ward's starting to figure stuff out, but he is still a rookie, and the Texans in the past have been good, and they've been doing okay as far as fantasy is concerned this season. They offensively haven't been able to keep up, so it looks better for the defense, but I don't know. The Texans, I think, against Tennessee this week is going to be a good one to pick up. Nobody owns them, so just go grab them.
Yeah, I got the Patriots. A lot of people are going to be scared off of Carolina after that performance against the Falcons, but that's more of
they
a
should
Falcons.
Be scared off of the Falcons.
Yes, exactly. More of a Falcons problem than anything. Carolina is still not a great offense in total.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
It's just that one game, so don't be scared off the Patriots. They are at home facing Carolina this week.
Well, hopefully the Patriots can get some of their own fumbles and shit and then get the points for it.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, if Ramondre's out there and playing against his own defense, that would be amazing for y'all.
Ramondre did have a touchdown called back.
Yeah, he also had 2 fumbles and one that should have been a fumble, but they caught it incomplete.
And how bad is Trayvon Henderson that he couldn't get on the field after
he fumbled twice?
Those fumbles.
Two obvious.
That doesn't speak well for Trayvon's in the dog house. Bro.
I feel like last year we looked at Ramondre and he's like fumbling all over the place, and they still ran him the entire time. So I think he has pictures of somebody doing something nefarious.
Yeah, apparently
or something.
All right, well, there it is. If anything we say or do helps you get to that average place in your leagues, that means we did our job. Because when you finish average, you don't finish last. So I hope you guys have I hope you guys get all the plays you need tonight. Unless you're playing against me, and you can fuck off.
Yep, fuck off. Kindly.
So outside of that, y'all be good.
Later.
Doses.
Holla.